We are Venom. Harry here. Okay, I shut up. Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto had Venom, Carnage, and Anti-Venom Part 3. It's been 6 months ago. Yes, I know this. I thought it's only... Let me say it again before our voice crack again. I thought it's only been 3 months, but it's been 6 months, so... Recap? Yes, recap for part 2 and 1. Probably just 2. But really, let me explain, well, just 2, just part 2. Part 1 will be, yeah, but whatever with that. It's been 6 months. I'm gonna do recap. Before I do that, go subscribe to my Santa, Iconic What Ups, and Obito What Ups. Links will be in the description. Second channel will also be in the description. I told a story about when someone tried to throw a watermelon on my head when I was younger. But other than that, you don't need to watch it, but who cares? Let me go into the what if. So, let me begin into the recap. And yes, but I hope someone tells you the timer because I probably won't. But other than that, let me go into a what if, okay? So, we go into, well, we're not going to recap. So, Naruto was, what's it called, just at his, apartment. He did go to the Hokage Tower, by kind of leaving Ino, Hawking, and Raven towards, well, some of their apartments and even house. Of course, Naruto did kind of ask the Hokage for the release of the 5 element seal. Last time I said 5 trident, no, I don't remember what I even called it, but I remember fucking it up. So it's called the 5 element seal. Naruto got released from it. He also asked Hiruzen for some sealing, like how to do sealing and all that. So of course Hiruzen gave him a book called Sealing for Dummies by Tobirama. But yeah, of course Naruto did take it, started reading it a while. Of course he did bump into, well, Ino, Sakura, Hawking, and even Raven. Of course Naruto ignored Sakura and told her to F off because he doesn't care about her. And he doesn't really care about Team 7 at all. He says fuck that shit. But yeah, of course Hiruzen did ask him before him leaving who he's going to be training, and he said he was training by himself. Of course Naruto does go and back to his apartment, did make like food, like sushi and all that, for Ino, Hawking, and Raven because yes, they were there. Of course Naruto did kind of make food for them, and this is where they started eating. Ino realized that she had to go back home, so of course Naruto took her by kind of using body flicker. Yes, Naruto knows about body flicker because he's not an idiot. That, and he has, well, a bunch of releases. Yes, he kind of found out his infinities from Hiruzen. So one infinity that he kind of has that's special is darkness. Pure darkness release. A like very strong darkness release. Of course he has wind, fire, water, and even lightning. Well, not wind, fire. He has wind, fire, and lightning, not water. So yeah. Of course this is where, well, Naruto has all those elements, and of course this is where, well, he started kind of, well, just talking to Hawking and, well, Raven after he left Ino at her house and all that, and she did hug Naruto because of the sad story that Naruto did tell her. This is where, well, Naruto nodded and disappeared, went back to his apartment. This is where Hawking, Raven, and, well, Hawking's older brother and father figure is there, and also their last teammate. So Kawa is the last teammate, mostly this girl with kind of like bluish a little bit hair, and of course her eyes are kind of like bluish a little bit. This is where, well, Haku and what's called Zabuza were there just to kind of see where Hawking and Raven kind of went and why didn't they go back to the apartments. Of course Haku was eating all the sushi while Naruto was getting annoyed. Of course this is where, well, after that they started leaving except for Haku, who's still eating the sushi. Naruto went Venom mode, and of course this is where Haku disappeared with the food still. Naruto was angry, but of course the next day happens. Well, mostly a week passes, and of course Naruto's training. So we go into Naruto. Naruto's right now training. Of course he's right now trying to use, well, different jutsus, because he has Hiruzen there write him some jutsus and other things. Naruto, he's kind of like using darkness, mostly darkness, to kind of just make a domain around him. and then use it to kind of spread out like spikes out, because yes, Naruto's kind of training that. But yeah, of course, Naruto's also reading on, well, the sealing arts. He's mostly making the clones do it while he kind of trains with the elements. But yeah. But of course, after him training a little bit with the elements, he decides to just do physical training, actual physical training now. Because, well, he realized that clones can't really give him the information about physical training. He can only get the information from, well, them kind of training on like different other things, since they're only made out of chakra. So of course, Naruto's kind of making his body much buffer and much stronger. So what's it called? The symbionts can actually be able to kind of connect way better, and actually he doesn't need to use them in dangerous situations. But yeah. So of course, Naruto's kind of like training on his speed, strength, endurance, durability, and other things. Of course, Kurama's asking Naruto, instead of just training in taijutsu, because yes, you might need to be training taijutsu, but the symbionts can help you with the strength and other things, raw strength. How about training in kenjutsu? Naruto realized that would be a good idea. So Naruto did tell his clones to keep training while he goes to a shop. So of course, Naruto, he does know that the symbionts can create him weapons, but he needs a weapon on himself, unless the symbionts can't come out, because he knows the weakness of the symbionts. He knows that they are weakness to, loud sound, and, well, mostly, like, high frequency, and also, well, what's it called, fire. Except for anti-venom. Anti-venom doesn't really have a weakness for that, but yeah. Mostly it's Venom and Carnage. And of course, Naruto is kind of like going to the weapon shop. This is where Naruto walks in. He's wearing black pants, black sandals, a like red t-shirt, because yeah, and a black coat, because Naruto just doesn't like his orange shit. Of course, Naruto, he's kind of wearing a black mask that covers up his like whisker marks, and his hair might still be blonde, but it's kind of changing. You see here, the symbionts, not the symbionts, mostly Kurama asked Naruto if he wanted his like hair to be changed from the blondish color, like the bright ass blonde color, to a darker color. Naruto says, yeah, red and black. This is where, well, Kurama says, really? Fine. I know it could have been easily dyed, but of course I think better in having genetics to kind of change it. So of course, Kurama's doing that. And of course, this is where Naruto, he's getting rid of the whisker marks. Well, not whisker marks, mostly the red hair. Or not red hair, blonde hair. And kind of changing it into having fully black hair with like patches of red hair around. But yeah. Of course, this is where Naruto's hair is kind of changing a little bit. But of course, he's going to the store. Of course, this is where he walks in and sees Tenten. The girl he kind of punched the shit out of. And didn't give a shit. Naruto's kind of walking around the store. And Tenten is narrowing her eyes because she knows who this boy is. Naruto Uzumaki. This is where, well, she doesn't really like Naruto. The fact that Naruto just seems to be very cocky and seems to not care about anyone. But yeah. But Naruto isn't cocky. He just doesn't like anyone at all. Not much. He hates everyone except for the Mist Village. Because he kind of has friends now. What's it called? Hawking and Raven. But then again, he does kind of have a friend named Ino. He kind of sees mostly as a friend. But he thinks that Ino kind of sees more than just friends. He's hoping just friends. But yeah, of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he's looking around. Of course, this is where, well, Tenten is glaring at him. While this is where a big man comes out of nowhere and says, Tenten, is there a customer here? Oh, there is. Hello there, what's your name? This is where Naruto says, Carnage. This is where, well, he kind of changed his name straight to Carnage because, yo, he likes the damn name. This is where Carnage says, hey, he likes my name. This is where Venom and Anti-Venom says, well, there was the only one that's gonna have to be picked out. Kurama says, he could have changed his name to Kurama. I even said my name was Kurama. I didn't even care if he changed his name to Kurama. Why Carnage? This is where, well, Tenten didn't actually understand why Naruto changed his name straight to Carnage. This is where, well, the older person, who's actually named Higurashi, said, Then hello there. My name is Higurashi, and this is my daughter Tenten. Are you looking for any specifically weapon or anything? Naruto's just like, I'm looking around, but I am here for a couple of things. Yes, I'm here for a sword. If I can't find it, can I get a request to for you to build it? In some special material or anything? This is where Higurashi says, yeah, I will build it. This is where, well, Naruto says, I see. But I'm also here for weights. I don't know if, yeah, just weights. This is where, well, Higurashi says, what type of weights? Do you want normal weights or do you want gravity seal weights? This is where, well, Naruto says, wait, that's a thing? Yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of rare, and it's just rare because you need to be a Funjutsu master to kind of activate them. Naruto says, I'll take them. This is where, well, Higurashi says, okay. So, what type of sword you're looking for? This is where Naruto's looking for a sword and all that. He wants to have a dual swords because, yeah, he kind of thinks he'll be the best type. Because even though his taijutsu is kind of horrible right now, he kind of thinking for the kenjutsu style to look for. But yeah, this is where, well, the swords that he kind of gets are, well, so the two swords that Naruto's looking at is for like these kind of medium sword katanas that has like a dragon head on it. But yeah, Naruto kind of just likes the head of like the dragons and all that because he's just thinking of it in his head mostly. This is where, well, Higurashi says, no, we don't have any of that, some sort. Do you want me to kind of make it for you? So Naruto says, yeah. This is where, well, Higurashi says, okay, do you want the same design like that? As you mentioned? Naruto says, nah, instead I want you to kind of like, he kind of changed the dragon head design to, instead of having the dragon head, to have, well, to have two different colors of different types. So the first sword is kind of black and white. And, well, it has the one side is kind of having like anti-venom's like head and all that. The other side has Venom side. And yeah, it's like the sword, and it does have like the mouth kind of like trying to chew onto the blade. But yeah, that's what Naruto puts like on the kind of handle side. Or not the handle side, mostly near the blade side, but yeah. And this is where the other one is red and black and has kind of Venom head. So yeah. Actually not. So one blade it looks like this, so pure red. While the other blade just looks like a black blade, so this one. So yeah. Wish I can zoom in, but I can't. But yeah. But yeah, those are the two types of Naruto kind of asked for. And this is where, well, Higurashi nods and says, what type of metal do you want me to make it from? You want me to make it from regular steel or what? Naruto asked for chakra metal. For two, well, mostly, yeah, two Pacific chakra metals. Two Pacific chakra metals and two of these swords. So the first one that's black and kind of white to have wind and lightning in. This is where Higurashi says those two metals would be kind of rare to get, but I still have them. What about the other? The other one to have fire. Pure fire chakra on it. Metal chakra, okay? But you said two in each. Yeah, but I don't know if this chakra metal is even exists in this world or anything. This is where Higurashi says, what they mean. I want it to also be darkness for the first one to have darkness metal chakra. I have heard about it, and it's kind of rare, but luckily I managed to get a couple of pieces. But it's going to be expensive as hell. Do you want it? Yes. So the second one has to just have pure metal fire chakra? Yes. Okay. Then I'll be making it. No, just say thank you. This is where, well, no. Actually, the fire one actually has wind metal chakra in it also. This is where, well, Higurashi says, yeah, I'll be making those two katanas. This is where, he said it'll be this much, and whenever it's ready, it'll be ready maybe in about a week or 2 weeks or even more. His business is slow, so of course, he has enough time to make this blades. So of course, Naruto nods and says, thank you again, Higurashi-sama. This is where Higurashi nods and says, no problem, kid. This is where, well, he kind of like gets some money from Naruto, and Naruto they pay it a lot. But at the same time, it's not like he fucking kill people to take their money at the same time. So of course Naruto, he's kind of rich. He's a rich boy. So of course this is where Tenten sees how much Naruto paid for those katanas and starts walking away. This is where, well, Tenten kind of goes up to him and tells him to give up because he will never be able to defeat Neji. This is where Naruto looks at her and says, "Bitch, shut the fuck up. You annoying little fangirl of every fucking bastard. Can you either leave me the fuck alone?" He became Venom again. This is where she gets scared and does like fall down backwards. This is where Naruto laughs and like walks away. This is where Naruto does not care about anyone. He simply doesn't care. So of course this is where Naruto, he goes back to start training. Of course puts the ceiling weights on his like arms and hands. When he kind of activates the seal to kind of like put 40 pounds, he kind of like almost fell down. The ground underneath him, they're kind of cracked, but this is where Naruto started kind of like doing push-ups and like pull-ups and other things, but yeah. But this is where we go into 2 weeks later. Jiraiya finally came to the village after such a long time. This is where, well, so after a long time, he came back to the village. Went to talk to, well, Hiruzen. Hiruzen says, "Oh, Jiraiya, you're here." Jiraiya says, "So, when is the Chunin Exams?" "In about a week." "Wait, what?" "Wait, what about Naruto?" "Oh, Naruto, training?" "Wait, who?" "No one." "Oh, wait, what about his sensei?" "Training the Uchiha?" "Huh, wait, who's his sensei?" "Kakashi." Ah. So, where's the boy?" "Oh, I don't fucking know. Go find him. I don't know where he's at. He's training. He managed to get away from my ambus. You think I'm gonna know where he's at?" "That's your responsibility, not Kakashi. Jiraiya, you're the godfather. I'm just a Hokage." This is where Jiraiya says, "Motherfucker." "Whatever. I'll go find him." Yeah, bye, Jiraiya." I'm not gonna tell him shit. This is where, well, Jiraiya does not know anything about Venom, Anti-Venom, or Carnage. This is where we go into Naruto. Naruto has actually kind of become a little bit much taller. And because he's been eating vegetables and cooking much better, he's becoming way stronger and much skinnier. This is where, well, he's toning his muscles like a little bit up and, well, mostly just toning his muscles like becoming stronger and all. But yeah, this is where Naruto's weights are now having about 100, not 100. He has now about 400 weight in each of his arms. Well, each of his, well, mostly like limbs. So yeah. Yes, he put up to 400. He's now that fast and strong. This is where Naruto, he keeps training. And it looks like he's lightly training up in the air. That's just because, well, even though it looks like he like easily gliding around, he still has 400, well, basically 1600 like weight on him, but no one actually knows about that. Of course, Naruto's kind of just training, and yeah. This is where, well, he keeps just doing that. But this is where, well, his clones are doing other things. But this is where, well, someone appears. This is where Jiraiya kind of senses a chakra, the massive amount of, like, lots of opponents being here. But he only sees one kid training, like, right now in the air. We're not training in the air. Kind of just training in, like, the field. Kind of kicking, punching, and other things. Has a mask, a black mask, to cover up his face, mostly. Has black and red, mostly like patches and highlights of red hair, but mostly black hair. That's like kind of like a little bit bigger. That kind of. Let me say that again. That kind of looks like to get all the way towards his neck. Of course, where, well, he has blue eyes. Yes, he still has blue eyes. But of course, they're darker. They're darker blue eyes because yeah, he asked Kurama to change the blue eyes to something else. Kurama didn't know what to change it to, so he just changed it to a darker pair of blue eyes. Of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he is actually, instead of being like 4'9", he actually became 5'2". He's actually just been training non-stop. This is where, well, his, what's it called, clothing is still kind of black, like I mentioned. Black, like a black coat, a red t-shirt, black pants, and of course he wore black sandals. But yeah, he's just training in like the, like, what's it called, field. Kind of like fighting and kicking and other things. Kind of doing a stance that's kind of strange for Jiraiya to even see. He doesn't know what taijutsu is, but yeah. This is where Naruto goes on 4 legs and starts kind of fighting like if he was a fox or something. Yes, this taijutsu is kind of like a fox taijutsu because Kurama's mostly teaching him how to do the 9-tail fight or 9-tail style. But yeah, if only Naruto had 9 tails, he would be able to actually master this. But yeah, this is where, well, it's mostly his human form, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto did kind of amplify this, like, 9-tail fighting style with the Carnage, Anti-Venom, and Venom kind of, like, symbionts into this fighting style. But, yeah. This is where, well, Naruto is doing that. And, of course, this is where, well, Jiraiya says, huh, that kid is training very hard. I guess the Chunin Exams is coming up, so I guess, yeah. This is where he says, he looks so familiar. Why does he look like Minato? Like a younger Minato, at the same time, looks like Kushina a little bit. But the kid has black hair, red highlights, a patch, mostly patches around there, and has dark blue eyes. Nothing like Minato or Kushina. Wait, could it be a Genjutsu? This is where Jiraiya appears saying, hey there, kid. This is where Naruto jumps away, because he doesn't know who this hell this person is. And again, he does have trust issues, so yeah. This is where, well, Jiraiya says, sorry about that, kid. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm just here to talk. You want to talk? Naruto says, no thanks. This is where, well, Jiraiya says, I just want to say, Kai. This is where, well, nothing happened to Naruto. Nothing even happened outside around him. This is where Jiraiya says, huh. So what you have hiding under your mask? My face. The fuck you mean? I just like wearing a face mask. Oh, okay. So, is your name Naruto? No, it's Carnage, you dumb fuck. That's a strange name to be named. Well, at least my name isn't some kind of perverted god out here. So you know about me. Yes, I know that you're Jiraiya, legendary Sani, one of the legendary Sanis. In which your fucking friend pissed me off. What friend are you talking about? Orochimaru, or whatever the hell his name was again. Wait, why did Orochimaru go after you? He's thinking. But this is where Naruto rushes at him. This is where Kurama says, what are you doing, Naruto? Naruto says, I'm going to kick his ass, just to show how strong I am. So once I be able to go up against a Sani, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. This is where, well, Kurama says, do you need help? Yeah, I might have to need a little bit of help. This is where Carnage says, are we gonna rip into shreds? I need him? Maybe. This is where Kurama says, please don't. So where, well, Jiraiya widened his eyes with the speed, but saw that's only like Chunin level. This is where Naruto tries to kick at him. This is where he managed to dodge. This is where Naruto grabs like the ground just to kick from the other leg, mostly his like right leg. And this is where like a back kick. This is where Jiraiya dodges, but this is where dust hits him in the face. This is where Naruto did grab like the ground, just to grab like dirt and other things. This is where Jiraiya says, damn it. Dirty move, kid, dirty move. This is where Naruto tried to axe kick him down with his, leg. And this is where, well, Jiraiya managed to block it. And this is where Jiraiya jumps away and says, you're very interesting, kid. This is where Naruto goes through hand sign, says, wind style, wind vortex. This is where, well, a wind vortex happens. And this is where Jiraiya had to dodge. This is where he says, that's a B-rank jutsu. This is where Naruto appears, trying to kick at Jiraiya. Jiraiya's dodging. He's like, damn, this kid is fast. This is where Naruto says, fire style. Fire, Fire Phoenix. This is where, well, Jiraiya saw the Phoenix, dodges it. And this is where, well, he sees 2 Narutos now. He sees, well, mostly 2 Carnages. Because that's how Naruto kind of changed his name, Carnage. This is where, well, he just sees 2 of them. He says, clones? Interesting. Physical clones. This is where, before he was able to say anything, lightning style, lightning piercing, lightning piercing. This is where, well, not piercing, lightning piercing needle. This is where Naruto has his hands into like this lightning, but it's mostly like crackling in his hand and kind of like trying to stab into Jiraiya. Jiraiya managed to dodge mid-air because yes, he's still in mid-air. This is where, well, Jiraiya says, third one? Interesting. Very interesting. They can actually use elements. This is where Naruto hits a tree, cuts it pretty easily. And this is where Jiraiya says, very interesting, you can do. This is where Naruto says, yeah, very interesting, don't you think? Naruto says, darkness of shadow. Naruto just came out of Jiraiya's shadow. And this is where Jiraiya didn't notice this. But then Jiraiya just gets back kick. This is where, well, his like back does get hit and does get launched forward. This is where a clone of Naruto appears and says, fire style, fire bomb. This is where he's not in Uchiha, but he managed to kind of use fireball. And this is where Jiraiya wanted his eyes. This is where Jiraiya was trying to kind of like his, what's it called? He kind of went through hand size and says, water style, water gun. This is where before he was able to say water gun, before the water actually hit the fire. This is where another Naruto says, wind style, wind, what's it called? Wind south. Not wind south. Yeah, you know what? Wind south. Or not wind south. What's it called? Yeah, I don't know what's it called. Wait. And so where, no, it's called wind blitz. This is where a very powerful wind style kind of just smashes into the fireball and makes it bigger. And this is where it manages to extinguish the water. And this is where Jiraiya is still going towards it. And this is where he gets hit by it, gets scorched. This is where Jiraiya screams out, but he manages to substitute it. This is where he substituted to the real one. Naruto's in the trees. This is where, well, Jiraiya says, interesting, kid. Trying to kill me like that. That's very interesting. Naruto says, I see. So that didn't kill you. This is where his clones disappear. Poof, 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 poof. This is where, well, Naruto's in the trees with Jiraiya. And Jiraiya says, I'm just here to talk. No. This is where Jiraiya says, can I at least know your name? It's definitely not Carnage. I refuse to believe that's Carnage. Fine, you want to know my name? My name is Naruto. This is where Jiraiya won his eyes. No, Naruto? This is where he said it out loud, and Naruto kind of get confused. Jiraiya said, there's no way you're Naruto. Your hair, your eyes, they can't, because you should have blonde hair and blue eyes. No, I changed it. I dyed it. And no, these aren't eyelashes. I managed to change my genes. Guess what? Fuck blonde hair and fuck the very light blue eyes. God, they're annoying. Not like the dark blue eyes and not like the red hair. Mostly black and red hair, but yeah. Jiraiya is confused. How can he change genes? This is where Naruto says, but you don't need to know about why I change. Carnage! This is where he becomes bigger, and this is where he grabs Jiraiya from the neck. This is where Jiraiya winds his eyes. Seeing the grip on his, what's it called? Like the grip on his neck. This is where Jiraiya was trying to squirm out of it. Punches Carnage. This is where it doesn't do jack shit. Carnage managed to grab it. This is where Carnage breaks it. This is where Jiraiya screams. Jiraiya then gets smashed to the ground. This is where Jiraiya just like, he just smashes to the ground just like straight to the ground and just smash into a couple trees. This is where he tries to get up. This is where he realizes that one of his arms is fully broken. He's gonna have to put it in place, but this is where Carnage appears. But this time it's not Carnage, it's Venom. Venom uppercuts Jiraiya up in the chin, smashing his face up in the air. Like he just looks up in the air. He's like, oh shit. He then tries to go back down to see where Venom's at. Venom is still right in front of him. A punch swings so fast straight towards, Jiraiya. Jiraiya could not dodge it. Bam! It hit him right in the face, smashing into a couple more trees. Jiraiya is now getting smashed into a couple more trees. He is widened. Like, he didn't think that Naruto had some kind of special Kakenkai or whatever it is. This is where Jiraiya kind of gets up trying to. He summons out, Pops and even the other frog, but yeah. This is where, not Pops. He summons both frogs, and this is where one of them says, Jiraiya boy, why did you summon us? Jiraiya says, I'm gonna need your help for a little bit of sage mode. Don't know what the hell this is, but it's strong. This is where they give him the sage mode because they have to be on top of Jiraiya's shoulders to kind of go into Sage Mode for Jiraiya. Jiraiya gets into Sage Mode, and of course Jiraiya, he had his, what's it called, eyes into the toe, like the, into the Sage Mode, but yeah. That's where Jiraiya says, let's see if he can still be able to defeat me. That's where Pop says, what is happening anyway, Jiraiya boy? Did something happen? Yes, I found Naruto. Problem is, Naruto's beating my ass. This is where Pop says, how is that possible? Don't know. This is where Jiraiya managed to get Pop his arm back, and that's why he's able to kind of summon them. But yeah, this is where, well, Pop says, okay, well, where is he? Don't know. This is where the trees are kind of rumbling, like shaking a little bit, and this is where Jiraiya is getting prepared to fight him. Fight him, or whoever he's really fighting. It's camping Naruto, and this is where, well, nothing happens. Nothing exactly happens. It's just Naruto coming out of the trees. Naruto throws his kunai straight to Jiraiya. Jiraiya dodges. That's where Jiraiya thought he was able to dodge, until he looks at the, well, Pops was the one to look at the like kunai to see it's just a normal kunai. Well, when he looks into the kunai, really, try to see what it is exactly, he sees a ceiling array on it. This is where Pop says, Jiraiya boy! This is where, well, Jiraiya could not react fast enough. Jiraiya could not react fast enough, and Jiraiya was confused until Naruto appeared right next to him. Naruto, into his anti-venom, grabbing Jiraiya from the head and smashing him straight to the ground. This is where Pops and even the other frog had to jump away, so they wouldn't get caught, smashed to the ground with Jiraiya. Jiraiya said, he didn't think that Naruto already knows the Flying Raijin. Naruto knows this Flying Raijin, yes. Now, Naruto does know about the Flying Raijin because he's actually been learning how to do sealing for a while. And he only seen, well, a glimpse of the, what's called Flying Raijin. Well, not a glimpse of it. He mostly kind of heard about it. And kind of heard it from Hiruzen how it kind of works a little bit. And Hiruzen didn't really know how much it worked, but yeah, it was like teleport there, this, sealing array on mostly the kunai, but yeah. Naruto has his own kunai. This is where, well, this kunai that Naruto has is just a normal kunai. Naruto just kind of put it on a normal kunai sealing array. This is where Jiraiya gets up, but this is where Naruto stomps him back to the ground. This is where Naruto says, sit your ass down, sonny. This is where Jiraiya is trying to get back up. He's coughing blood. This is where, well, I don't know why I call him Pops. Maybe because I thought of Gamabunta calling him mostly that. But what's called, his name is Fukasampu, and also Shinma, who is the other toe. And this is where they say, Jiraiya boy. This is where, well, Jiraiya is like coughing up blood. This is where he never thought that Naruto would finally, he learned the Flying Raijin at such a young age. This is where Naruto says, give up, old man. Jiraiya says, I guess I do. This is where Naruto gets off of him and starts walking away. Naruto gets out of the anti-venom more. And this is where Jiraiya says, just kidding, brat. You should respect my name. He had a Rasengan out. This is where Naruto widened his eyes. He never seen that jutsu. He was about to get hit by it. And this is where both Fukakasu and also Shinma kind of says, Jiraiya, no! This is where Jiraiya was about to, like, he wasn't really thinking of hitting Naruto with the Rasengan. He was just wanting to scare him. And Naruto saw it. And this is where he says, Kurama, anti-venom. This is where he goes into anti-venom first, and then has the Nine-Tail Club. This is where Naruto sends a very powerful punch straight to Jiraiya's face. Well, mostly the Rasengan. This is where, well, the Rasengan clashes with Naruto's fist, but Naruto manages to smash through it and punches through the fist, breaking all the fingers in Jiraiya's hand. Jiraiya widens his eyes and scream out in just pain and agony. He never thought his hands would just kind of, well, mostly fingers would twist that way. This is where he's screaming in agony. This is where Naruto says, you bastard. I even let you, not die. You dare to attack me. You're nothing just like every other damn villager. And I'll show you what true pain is. Naruto sends a very powerful knee into Jiraiya's head. This is where Jiraiya gets smashes into a couple of trees. This is where Naruto, he's right now into a Nine-Tails cloak. 3 tails mostly, but yeah. This is where he has anti-venom with it. because you realize if he kind of has, well, Venom or Carnage into the cloak, it kind of affects him a little bit to kind of get weaker with it. Except for anti-Venom kind of being in the opposite of both Venom and Carnage, and kind of not being, well, really, how should I say, well, being immune to fire and what's it called, well, fire and, like, high frequencies. The fact that he's, well, the opposite of Venom, but yeah. I mean, he has some weaknesses. It's to where, well, Naruto, he sees Jiraiya on the ground bleeding. He's not dead. Naruto says, "So, you give up, old man?" Jiraiya's trying to get back up. Even though he's, like, dizzy and can barely stand up, he says, "Okay, I can see that you really are, Naruto. The 9 tails. You master it. Only 3 tails. I can't fully grab into the 9 tails cloak. Pretty much, I have to have a key for it. And the only one to have a key is definitely the one to have, well, met my father. Meaning that you're the only one with the key. So give me it right now." Jiraiya smiles and says, "No kidding." Naruto says, "Why not? You won't handle that power. You might be able to master 3 tails, but there's no way you're going to handle with the other ones." Really? Naruto's laughing without humor. Humor in his laugh. This is where Jiraiya gets kind of scared of it. Naruto says, "You thinking I can't handle it when I'm handling all the bullshit from the villagers, every fucking clan head, and every fucking person in this goddamn village? You think I can't handle a bit of pain from a goddamn overgiant fox?" Naruto's laughing even more. This is where Jiraiya says, "What do you mean?" "Oh, you're nothing but just like the rest of them. Nothing but pathetic. The only person I see in this village's family is, well, the old man. Everyone else can burn, except for a couple of people. I guess some of those people might be friends of mine. Maybe friends, allies, however you like to say it, but everyone else can burn it fucking hell. Now listen up here. I don't give a shit why you decide to look for me. I don't give a shit why. Maybe I know why the reason. The reason's because he wanted to train me just to become just like the Yellow Flash. I don't need your help. Fuck off. If you won't give me the key, then I'll just wait until the seal gets weaker. And hell, I might even figure out how to even get rid of the key. Or get rid of the sealing array myself. I am kind of a seal master myself a little bit. You think I don't know about sealing? Huh. Then you're mistaken completely. Fucking asshole. Naruto walks away, but yeah. This is where, well, Jiraiya's trying to get up, and this is where, well, the Toad, the green Toad, the older one, and even Shinma, who's the purple Toad, kind of gets to Jiraiya and kind of reverse summon so he can be healed. This is where Naruto says, pathetic. Carnage says, "Why didn't we eat him? If we did, then the old man would be suspicious and wondering why I eat people. I have to get stronger. I need to become stronger. If that means I have to eat more people just to get their chakra natures and become stronger, I have to. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Until I kill that fucking petal snake and eat him and become even stronger. I don't care who it is." Naruto smiles with this evil fucking grin. This is where, well, we go into a week time skip. Naruto has kind of been like, it's been about 4 weeks and about to be the next day to be the Chunin Exam, but he kind of got 2 brand new swords. 2 brand new swords from Higurashi yesterday. This is where, well, Naruto swinging them around, but yeah. He didn't really get time to train, like, Kenjutsu, but he did get some of the styles in his implant in his brain by, well, Kurama, and the fact that he has been eating people and kind of got their knowledge and jutsus. This is where Naruto, he is smiling. He can't wait to beat the shit out of, well, Neji Hyuga. And yes, Sasuke is going against Gar, so, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto's saying, I'm gonna enjoy killing that fucking prick and hurting Hinata. So Naruto has visited Hinata a couple times, and Hinata has kind of like talked to Naruto and not passing out because Naruto kind of made her snap out of that. Well, that whole kind of Naruto-kun, that shy personality. But yeah, she kind of became more determined not to be shy. But yeah, around Naruto, which she is a little bit, but she doesn't pass out anymore. This is where Naruto, he kind of smiles at Hinata, but Hinata kind of wonders why Naruto's hair changed and his eyes changed from a from a light shade of blue to a dark shade of blue. So Naruto used to, I think, have like what's it called in original canon. I think he has like what's it called, sapphire eyes. Now he has royal blue eyes, so that's kind of dark. That's how dark it is. So his eyes are royal blue. They're royal blue color. And of course, this is where, Naruto's hair has like patches and even highlights of red hair, but fully black hair, and it's pretty long. He looks like Minato, but Minato had yellow and, not yellow, just black hair and kind of red highlights. But yeah, this is where Naruto, he just smiles at Hinata, and Hinata, she is very confused when Naruto why he changed his look. Naruto just still is the same friendliness to Hinata. And of course, this is where, he's even more charming. This is where Hinata thinks he's charming. But this is where she's sad in the fact that Naruto kind of gets rid of his happy mask. Because Naruto lied about ever smiling. He lied that all that was just fake. So that whole stupid act was kind of a lie. And Hinata was sad. She thought that her Naruto-kun would be different from like others. And not really. Naruto, he is different from others. He kind of doesn't like anyone else. He's just not the same kind of like original canon. And this one is just showing his true mask, his true face. But yeah, this is where she sat in, and of course this is where she nodded, and this is where she kind of says, I understand. Then Naruto-kun, yeah, Hinata, please win. Please don't kill Neji, please. Naruto says, I'm sorry, Hinata. He whispered in her ears. This was kind of the last time he visited her. Sorry, Hinata, but I can't. A bastard like him doesn't deserve to live. Such a beautiful girl like you is very much of a crime to hurt. Hinata blushes, and of course, she kind of passes out from the fact that Naruto's that close. This is where Naruto disappears, but yeah, the next day happens. Now we go back into Naruto, and of course how he got his swords, and this is where the next day happens, and now it's the kind of like final Chunin Exams. This is where Naruto gets to the Chunin Exam pretty damn early. Naruto has changed. He's no longer, he used to be 5'2" like 2 weeks ago. Now he's actually 5'4". He's became taller. This is where Naruto's a little bit taller than everyone else, but yeah. This is where Naruto, he kind of has his eyes closed. He has both of his like hands out, just mostly in his like back, kind of like fake sleeping. But yeah, this is where multiple people started going in, and yeah, this is where so many people are confused with the boy with black and red hair and dark blue eyes. Well, they don't know about his royal blue eyes, but yeah, this is where Hayate is even confused. But yeah, or mostly Gemma. Yeah, Janma, because Hayate did die. This is where Gemma says, okay, that's interesting. This is where, she didn't cough, it's mostly, what's it called? What's it called? Yeah, Gemma didn't cough, but yeah. This is where everyone is kind of getting in, and this is where, everyone's in, and of course, Neji's confused where Naruto is. This is where Naruto also has a face mask on because he doesn't like showing his whisker marks. This is where, Jama says, okay, so welcome to the final Chunin exam. This is where, some of the Gettings will be fighting to become Chunin. To become Chunin. This is where so many people are kind of congratulating and other things. Now I should mention what Naruto's weights are before I go any further. Naruto has, not 10,000. 1,000 weights in both of his hands. Mostly not 1,000. About 4,000 in each of his limbs. Not 4,000, but like 1,000 combined in each of his limbs. Because yeah, Naruto has now become that fast and strong. So where, well, Naruto has actually also become a little bit ruthless thanks to kind of Venom and yeah. But this is where Naruto has always been that ruthless. This is where, well, Naruto has his two katanas on like the parallel side of his like, well, the handles are on his like right, and of course they're parallel. But yeah, this is where Naruto, he is still just there standing, and this is where I must say, may the first fight happen. Neji Hyuga versus Naruto Uzumaki. Big come through. That's where everyone starts leaving. And Gemma says, kid, can you leave? Naruto says, the fuck do you mean leave? I am Naruto, you dumb fuck. Gemma says, rude? But wait, you're Naruto? Wait, what? Yeah, I changed my hair color, my eye color. So what? Guess what? I am Naruto. Now fucking begin this match so I can beat the shit out of this goddamn Hyuga. So many people widened their eyes when they were watching the stadium. Haku, Zabuza, so many people are actually widening their eyes. Even Ino, because she hasn't seen Naruto for a couple of weeks. Even though she's kind of saddened, but she now sees Naruto. And Ino's mind just comes across hot. Because, holy shit, Naruto really changed. Just from his like blonde hair and kind of like sapphire blue eyes to a royal blue eyes and kind of patches of red highlights and black hair. That's where, well, Hayate says, I see. How can I know that you're the Nine Tails? This is where Naruto says, talk to the fucking Hokage. He knows about my change. This is where Hiruzen says, yeah, he did change, but begin the match. This is where Orochimaru widened his eyes. He thought he killed Naruto. Naruto's not dead. Naruto's kicking was still alive and kicking, and it seems that Naruto changed. That's where Naruto kind of looks emo a little bit, but really he's not emo. He's just very fucking angry. That's where, well, he glares. He just sends, if looks can kill, he would have murdered Neji about 400 times because he did take so many glances at, well, Neji ready to rip him apart during that speech. That's where, well, Gemma says, I see. Then begin. This is where Neji jumps away. Well, kind of like jumps forward straight to Naruto. This is where Naruto dodges an attack. Knees him right in the stomach. This is where Neji coughed up blood for a little bit. Because he got hit right in the ribs. And that knee was not normal. That knee was so strong. This is where Neji like smashes into a ground a little bit. And this is where he says, you bastard. So Naruto says, oh, I'm sorry for hurting you, you Hyuga. Do you want me to kiss your wounds? Do you want me to do something about it? If you don't, then fuck off. That's where, well, Neji gets angry, rushes at Naruto, and says, a trigram, 64 pounds right. This is where Naruto gets all hit. And this is where, well, somebody Hyuga says, that idiot should have never done anything to that, to the, prodigy of the Hyuga. This is where before so many people were saying it because they still kind of call Naruto a demon. Naruto grabbed Neji from the neck and kind of pulled him up in the air, saying, "Oh please, was that supposed to hurt me? No, then let me kill you then." This is where Neji widened his eyes, but Naruto didn't squish his neck. No, he instead smashed Neji like 4 fucking times to the ground, then throws his ass straight to the wall, smashing there. This is where so many people widen their eyes. Naruto's laughing with no humor in his laughter. That's where Naruto says, so how's the little fighting, little Hyuga? Come on, tell me. This is where Naruto's voice is getting deeper. This is where, well, Neji is trying to get back up. He thought that would actually work. This is where Naruto rushes towards Neji. This is where Neji, he kind of like says, what's it called? Fuck, I forgot the spear. What's it called? The greatest defense of the Hyuga would be, this is where he says, a trigram, resolving heavenly dome. This is where he starts kind of like hitting the air to make a dome, and Naruto rushes towards it, and Naruto, he smashes his hand into the dome, but it doesn't do jack shit. Naruto, he instead just gets away from it. This is where, well, he did kind of hits, like, one of his hands are kind of like numb, well, it kind of went numb because of the chakra points, and this is where Naruto says, I see, so interesting. That's where Naruto lets his like lips in just amusement. This is where, well, so many people are kind of shocked how Naruto's like handling the Hyuga, manhandling him. But yeah, so where, well, so many people are confused why Naruto licked his lips. But yeah, so where Naruto says, "Come on, Neji, come on, fight me more." And Naruto's so worried why Naruto's doing this. She did remember what Naruto told her, but still, she's scared. She doesn't want Naruto to kill him. Swear, Neji says, "You bastard." This is where Neji rushes towards Naruto. Naruto says, "Hey, Carnage, wanna have fun?" Yeah. This is where Naruto says, "Carnage," when he's rushing towards, well, Neji. Neji saw the red figure. Naruto says, Naruto's laughing in it now. All that Neji remembers, he remembers that day, that flash, that just little flashback of, well, the fact that he got hit one time with a red blur. Swear he never thought that Naruto would be the one to punch him back in the Death Forest. Naruto fucking smashes his fist right into Neji's like face, smashing him across multiple, well, walls. Yes, he just smashed his whole body into the wall, smashing it through and smashing him into multiple trees. It's where Neji is unable to fight. He never thought that same person would be here. This is where he passed out. This is where Gemma, well, mostly told Chunin to go up there and see if Hyuga's okay. The Chunin came back with Hyuga knocked the fuck out with so many like bruises, cuts, and even like splinters, like even sticking one out to the like leg, a big ass one. This is where Naruto's laughing. What a puny human. This is where, well, Hiruzen knew that Naruto was going to go into that form. He never thought Naruto had different colors of form, but okay. And this one seems to be more savage and more anger. Then again, Hiruzen did kind of see the Hyuga Eris get hurt, and Naruto was supposed to stop it. Stop the attack from actually killing her, but yeah. This is where, well, so many people widen their eyes. And this is where, well, they have never seen that type of Henkai. And Orochimaru widened his eyes. He never seen that before. We go into a broken Jiraiya. Up on the stadium. Right now seeing this and cringing. He's scared. He's seen that. He has just seen that form. And it was a form that beat his ass with it. Or kinda. He kinda seen like 3 forms, but yeah, he didn't know which one was the strongest, but yeah. He doesn't even know the weakness of this jutsu, but yeah. This is where, well, so many people are scared with the laughter with no humor in his voice. And this is where, well, Naruto, he smiles and gets out of there. Just disappears. It was only a clone fighting Neji. Gemma says, "Oh, hell no. If it was only a clone fighting him, oh, hell no." Yeah, no. This is where, well, he actually widened his eyes. He never seen a clone beat the shit out of the Hyuga. The basically the Hyuga style. And a prodigy of the Hyuga. This is where Naruto appears right next to Hinata and says, "Hey, Hinata." Hinata kind of goes, eep. She kind of just eat because she realized whose voice was that. And this is where Hiyashi and some of the Hyugas kind of widen their eyes seeing Naruto. And this is where Naruto smiles at Hinata saying, "I didn't kill him though, like your promise." This is where, well, Hinata says, "Oh, my promise? Yes. You did tell me not to kill him. I didn't kill him. I broke only his bones. Besides, I'm not gonna break your promise, Hinata." Hinata says, "Oh, okay, thank you, Naruto." This is where Hinata's being really, really nervous around Naruto. Seeing how Naruto was just like an insane murderer killer, and now seeing his friendly smile right in front of her. This is where, well, she does not know how to feel against Naruto, but yeah, or feel about Naruto mostly. This is where, well, Hiyashi says, "Hey, leave my..." This is where Naruto says, "Aren't you her father? I have heard of you a lot." Naruto's now has like this anger in his eyes. His eyes were so pissed. The fact that he has heard of the Hyuga and how they treat each other and all that, and how Hinata was kind of treated. This is where, well, Naruto only kind of got this information from the fact that he kind of went into Ambu and took some papers. But yeah, that's all he knows about his father and other things. This is where, well, he also says, you know, if you would have attacked me, I would have Just when Naruto appears right, so close to just taking out both of Hiyashi's eyes with just two of his fingers. Naruto says, do what? If I would have stabbed you right in the eye, then to the fuck bad. You won't be able to have your fucking Byakugan no more. This is where the others get ready, and this is where Naruto says, oh, are you going to do something? Do it then, I'll kill you all. This is where Naruto's voice was showing so much bloodlust and anger towards the Hyuga. This is where so many of them just sit the fuck back down. They were scared. They were almost peeing their pants. And some of them almost also shit themselves. Yeah. This is where Hiyashi, he trembles also because of how much anger and bloodlust there were, that he kind of sat back down and just startled. This is where Hanabi, who was there just next to Hinata, says, are you okay, sis? Hinata says, yeah, I'm, Naruto, you should probably go sit down because you're probably tired. Naruto says, oh yeah, I am probably tired. Thanks, Hinata. Naruto disappears, but yeah, he only poofed, and it was only a clone. And this is where Hiyashi goes. He almost passed the fuck out because he did not expect some bloodlust, thirsty kid to kind of be ready to kill. Bloodlusted, thirsty, murderous killer to only be a clone. Like, holy shit, he would have. If he would have killed Hiyashi, there's a good chance he would have been fucking free. Yeah, Naruto can make multiple clones, which terrifies Hiyashi a lot. Because Naruto can give two shits less about anyone. This is where, well, the only person that he seems to not really care is Hinata. This is where, well, it seems that Hinata maybe be able to tame him. Not much. But yeah. This is where Naruto appears right next to Ino. Says, hey Ino. This is where Ino is right now sitting next to Sasuke. And Ino says, She almost eats also because, yeah, she did eat. And this is where Sasuke kind of sees Ino startled. And this is where Naruto's kind of having his arm just around Ino's like neck, well, both of them, and hugging her. This is where, well, Ino says, Naruto-kun. This is where, well, Naruto says, hey, Ino-chan. This is where Ino kind of eats also for that because she never thought Naruto was going to call it Ino-chan. This is where, well, Sasuke kind of gets jealous, but at the same time, she can't do shit. Naruto doesn't really is interested in her or anything, but yeah. This is where Ino says, Naruto, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just here, just watching. Do you not want me to be next to you? That's where Ino says, no. Oh, okay. Well, bye then. Poof. This is where Ino goes. She kind of is like winding her eyes, realized what she just said, and this is where she then smacked herself because that was the stupidest fucking answer to give out Naruto, but yeah. Naruto, he appeared right behind while hawking Raven, but this is where before he was able to step forward, Zabuza swing his blade and cut, well, Naruto's head off, and this was only a clone. He already appeared right next to Hawking and Raven. That's where he says, hey girls. That's where they blush because Naruto's right in front of them. Zabuza says, you motherfucking bastard. That's where Haku was about to throw a Senbon. Naruto caught in an instant, saying, guys, can you stop trying to kill me? This is where, well, Zabuza and Haku says no. This is where Kawa's there, and this is where Naruto says, oh, hey, he says, oh, hey, Kawa-chan, and Hawking-chan, and Raven-chan. So what are you all doing? This is where they all kind of eat because they weren't thinking that Naruto would call them that. And this is where, well, they said that, oh, we're just watching. Naruto says, oh, cool. So, I hope you girls win, but, you know, that probably won't be likely. This is where Hawkins says, oh, really, you're being cocky right now. I mean, it's not cockiness when you know you're gonna win. Hawkins says, fine. This is where Naruto says, wait, you're giving up? Psych, I'm not giving up at all. Hawkins said it. She smiles at Naruto. Naruto smiles at her also. But this is where he dodges a blade and a Senbon. And this is where Naruto says, damn, you two really gotta calm down with that shit. It's where Zabuza is getting angry. And even Haku. This is where Naruto disappears. But yeah, he was only a clone. But yeah. This is where the next match is, well, Gaara versus Sasuke. And Sasuke appears. And this is where, well, Sasuke says, it seems that I will have to be fighting you, a pathetic weakling. I'll be the one to fight you and win. This is where Kakashi says, "Are we late?" Naruto says, "Oh no, you're not late." This is where Kakashi says, "Who are you?" Naruto says, "The name's Naruto Uzumaki, also known as Carnage." Do I have to explain anything more? Kakashi widens his eyes and sees Naruto. And this is where he says, no, you can't be really Naruto. This is where Naruto sent an uppercut straight to Kakashi's chin. Kakashi can barely react, and then this is where he gets slammed up in the roof. This is where he kind of falls on top of the roof and sees Jiraiya, broken bandages and other things. Well, mostly broken bones. This is where Kakashi says, Jiraiya-sensei? Jiraiya says, first time. Well, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna just keep watching and trying to heal my body. Kakashi says, yeah, Naruto did put a little bit of Kurama's strength in it, but yeah. This is where Naruto, he goes to see the fight. And this is where, well, he goes into this, like, scream, into mostly Carnage. And this is where, well, Gaara does see Carnage. And does see the red blur from that flashback also when Neji did get punched. This is where he widens his eyes. He is scared. He now found the person. And if he kills Sasuke, he's going against him. And this guy seems to really show more murderous bloodlust to anyone. This is where Naruto screams out with this very proud and strange monstrous voice. Gaara! This is where so many people hear the scream. And everyone is like confused, even Tamari and Kankuro. And everyone, even the sound ninjas that heard it, and even the Raikage, because the Raikage is there, they heard the scream of Gaara's name. This is where Naruto's in Carnage mode. Gaara, I want you to rip, burn, murder, crush the Uchiha's body in your sand. Kill him. Melt the blood. Let the blood of the Uchiha die. Let the bloodline just get destroyed. Kill him now. Send this pathetic the Uchiha into the 9 realms of hell. This is where, well, so many people, let me say that again. So many people pale. Even Orochimaru pale. Because Gaara seems to have this bloodthirsty, just smile every word of Naruto saying. This is where, well, that's probably the only time he smiled towards someone who wasn't mostly his mother, but yeah. This is where he says, you heard him. I'm gonna have to kill you. I guess he has a grudge against Uchiha. Then again. Bring it against Uchiha. This is where Sasuke widened his eyes. He never thought Naruto would legit just throw him under the bus and like this bloodthirsty murderer tried to kill him. But yeah. Other than that, have a nice potato day. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato sweet, potato, and potato. Good night, potato, and yeah, bye.